I want to making this video. I'm not really prepared with any scriptures or words very much, except for Ecclesiastes 3 through 1, chapter 3, verse 1. But from by the time you're watching this, whatever the title of the video is, that's what it's going to be about. So I want to make this to highlight if you're at a point, if you reach a point of decision, if you're at a cross point between a decision to make, don't hesitate to make a decision, or to go with it, even if it sounds risky. Otherwise, you lose your chance and the potential blessing that God has for you. And I feel like this was something He really put on my mind today, because, for example, I was not, because at one point I was driving to the college that I go to earlier today. And I was driving. When I was about to turn into, I guess, the campus, I had a small window of opportunity to go, but I decided to wait because I could have gone, very much could have gone, but I didn't. I waited, but I decided to wait, even though I very much could have gone. It wouldn't have been risky, like that risky, when I wouldn't put anyone in danger. So I could have gone, and everyone would still be fine. Wouldn't have put anyone in danger, or at any risk. But it was it was slightly like, I don't know. I hesitated because I was like, I don't know. But then I waited, and a big line of cars went by, and I sat there waiting for another couple minutes. I just kind of feel like God used that as one example throughout my days, like to highlight, it's like your decisions it's like if you wait and hesitate, it's going to cost you something. In my case, it didn't really cost me anything, but I feel like I was highlighting, it's like if you don't make a decision or don't come to Him for an answer, a choice to make, then you can miss out on the potential blessings that He has for you. And a decision, even if it's a bad choice, like even if you make the wrong choice or decision, at least you made a decision, because a decision is better than no decision. Because you don't make a decision at all, you'll just be stuck. You'll just stay being stuck in this state of hesitation, and like it can even, depending on what it is, make things awkward. Like, for example, and when you don't know what decision to make or what right decision to make, ask God, seek Him and His advice, and you call upon Him, ask Him to tell Him, lay out at His feet what lay out before you. Just say out loud, it's like, Lord, this is my problem, that is the decision, I don't know what to decide, and just pray that and wait for Him. He will answer, or ask for confirmation, or ask Him, and He will reveal to you. You got to be patient, and it's not going to be always the way that you expect it, but He'll answer. He's answered me a few times. I know that. I can say that with confidence. But to stick with the topic, the idea of like how He'll answer, just like, if you don't already, his voice is a still small voice, and the same thing, for at least for me, is applied to when I see confirmation in real life, like as far as like signs go. Or it's like subtle. It's like, okay, that spoke to me directly, and it was subtle. It wasn't, because He's not trying to compete with all the voices and things in the world. He's still going to be that still small voice, that almost whisper. And it was the same thing in real life. It wasn't so, and when I prayed about something before, I got so many confirmations. I kept seeing the same thing throughout 2 days, 3 days, maybe more, of like this thing that time. I was like, okay, this is from God, and it might still be from God, but it was almost, and earlier I was thinking it almost could have been like the devil or like the enemy or whatever, just been like, hey, look at me, just trying to get my attention so much so. But then when I got true confirmation, it was the subtle thing that I knew that spoke to me, but wasn't trying to compete against the noise of the world. It was just there. And that's how God will be. He won't try to compete. It's just a still small voice. But enough of that. Well, not as important to say, but biggest thing is like, Ask him for a decision. Don't hesitate on making a decision because it can cost you something. Because then you might miss your window of opportunity. Like you get to a train yard, like you're waiting for a train, you're trying to get to this train that's about to leave. And then even a moment of hesitation in a decision or just going there or delaying it, something, even just a small delay can cost you a lot of time. Now I was lucky I didn't get costed. Even, and then there was a few other things that also added to this fact of decision making is like some people watching this, if you're watching this, you might be in a season of decision making or you reached the point of a big decision. I would first seek God's advice, pray about it to Him, and more than once, because there's a story in the Bible. Oh shoot, I wish I remember this. I'll find the story and I'll put a link to it in the description below and in the comments of the verse and the story of this. Actually, you know what the heck? I'm gonna find it right here, right now. But yeah, if you keep asking the Lord about something, who is he not to answer? Like the story of the judge, the Bible, not the story of the judge, of the evil judge, but a woman kept pleading her case to the judge. But even though no, the judge is wicked. Yeah, Judges 19:21. Um, I guess to look at Judges 19 through 20. This might be it, might not be. But anyway, this woman. So like if even in the story, it's like even though this woman was pleading her case to an evil judge, even the evil judge even though the judge was evil, still just because the woman kept returning to the judge, he still granted her, I think, justice in the end. So who is God, who is right and just to hear you more than just a few times, even once to be like grant you what you want, like as long as it's within His will, like who is God not to answer you and like you know deliver you justice and grace and mercy. So ask Him more than one time. Just like pray about it more than just once, like maybe a few times. So pray to God first. If you, especially in your point of decision making, where it's like I don't know what to decide. This is a really big decision for me. I want you, God, Lord, to be in charge of it. Seek God, pray about it to Him, ask Him, and honestly and earnestly about it. Don't leave any details out. Preach speaking to me about that as well. I gotta be honest and don't leave anything out. Keep all of them most forward. And then, like when he's decided, don't hesitate about making that, going in with that decision. And because if you don't, like, because if you know what he's decided, like for you, and he's answered you, and you don't do it, you gotta apply it. That's just like reading the Bible. It's like you can't just hear His word. You gotta apply it, and I'm trying to do the same thing as well every single day. And then yeah, you gotta apply it because otherwise nothing happens. You'll stay stuck. So you'll stay stuck. So don't be hesitant about making a decision. And if you're asking God about it, He gives you His answer. Don't be hesitant about applying it. Just go in it because a small second window, you might only have a small window of opportunity to make it to go for it. We're doing this video now, but I want to see if um this is actually like the verse or like the story in the Bible where the woman keeps pleading her case to this judge. Uh, the, Even though he's like a bad judge or a wicked judge, he's still like, I think, granted her justice or something. I'm actually going to end this video now and see if this is actually it, but if you know what I'm talking about, you can go find it. But if this is it, you can pause and read it, or just look it up at BibleGateway.com, or look at the verses in your Bible if you have one. If not, I would recommend you get one, or just, you don't even need a Bible. Though it's nice to have the physical copies, you can take it everywhere, but just BibleGateway.com, that's what I use. But anyway,